Today's date is June 1953, the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. Her Majesty Elizabeth II was proclaimed Queen at the age of 25 upon the death of her father George VI on the 6th of February 1952. The ceremony took 14 months of preparation and was under the chairmanship of the Queen's husband, Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. The coronation had an international affair from the beginning, with high commissioners from all over the Commonwealth nations taking part in the committee to organise the event. Some would not directly participate, considering the ceremonial part of the event purely for Britain. When the Queen's grandmother died in March 1953, she had stipulated in her will that her death should not affect the planning of the coronation, and so it went ahead as scheduled. It is estimated to have cost £41 million in today's money. The coronation was held in Westminster Abbey and was the first to be televised in full. Churchill was against the idea, but Elizabeth refused his advice. It is also the first to be broadcast internationally. To make sure Canadians could watch it on the same day, the recordings were flown across the Atlantic to be broadcast. Nearly 300 million people would see it worldwide. St Edward's crown entered the Abbey first, and then the Queen arrived at 11 a.m. After some preamble, the future Queen stood beside St Edward's chair, the coronation chair. She then took the oath of coronation, followed by a communion service. The Queen was crowned by the Archbishop of Canterbury, with the crowd chanting "God Save the Queen" 3 times afterwards. A 21-gun salute from the Tower of London then followed. The great and the good of the land then paid her homage at the throne. The ceremony ended with the Queen wearing the state crown, holding the sceptre and cross and orb, then leaving through the great west door. During her reign, she saw the dismantling of the British Empire, the devolution of the UK, the country getting closer to the European communities and then walking away from them very recently. 14 prime ministers served at various times during her reign. She would have been the second longest reigning sovereign in history, if not for Louis XIV of France. Queen Elizabeth II would rule the United Kingdom and Commonwealth realms for 70 years, the longest of any British monarch. To remember this date, let's take a picture of the Queen at her coronation with her husband. As always, she stands resolute and focused, even when several corgis enter the shot, and the corgis then start stacking themselves into the numbers of today's date. A 1, a 9, a 5 and a 3. June 1953, the coronation of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Rest in peace, and long live the King. Thanks for watching.